I've been walking this earth for 92 years, and I'm about to tell you something most people realize when it's already too late. It's not your diet, it's not your genes, and it's definitely not luck. It's what you refuse to let go of that's quietly destroying you. Let me introduce myself. My name is Opal June, and I've lived long enough to watch almost everyone I loved disappear. I buried my mother. I buried my father. I buried 3 of my sisters and the man I shared my life with. I've stood beside more graves than birthday cakes. I've held more cold hands than warm ones. And when you live that long, when you witness that much loss, you start to notice patterns, not coincidences, not bad luck, patterns. You see, for a long time, I believed what everyone else believes. Some people just go early. It's in their genes. Life is unfair. But after decades of watching people fade away, I realized something that shook me to my core. The ones who left early weren't just unlucky. They were holding on to things that were slowly killing them, bad habits. Not the obvious ones either, not just smoking or drinking. I'm talking about the quiet habits, the ones nobody warns you about, the ones that feel normal, feel harmless, but over time, they steal your years, one day at a time. And the scariest part, most people never let them go, even when their body starts breaking, even when their mind feels heavy, even when life starts slipping through their fingers. They still hold on. Why? Because letting go is hard, because change is uncomfortable, because we think it's not that serious. I'll fix it later. But later doesn't always come. So one day I made a decision, a quiet one. No announcement, no big moment. I just looked at my life and said, if I don't start letting things go, I'm going to end up just like them. And little by little, I started stopping things, simple things, small things, but powerful things, things that most people still do every single day without realizing the cost. And today, I'm going to share them with you. 7 things I stopped doing that I believe, with everything in me, are the reason I'm still here, still breathing, still watching the sunset with clear eyes. But listen carefully, because one of these might be quietly killing you right now, and you don't even know it. Number 1, I stopped eating after the sun went down. Now I know. This might sound old-fashioned to you, maybe even a little extreme. But sometimes the old ways carry truths modern life has forgotten. When I was a little girl, my grandmother used to say, after the sun goes down, your body should rest, not work. I used to roll my eyes, thought she was just being old, thought I knew better. And for years, I lived like most people do. I'd eat my dinner, then sit down in front of the television, and without even thinking, a handful of crackers, maybe something sweet, sometimes a bowl of ice cream. Nothing crazy, nothing dangerous. At least, that's what I told myself. But slowly, quietly, things started changing. I wake up in the morning, still feeling tired. My body felt heavy, like I was carrying something I couldn't see. My joints started aching. And worst of all, there was this strange feeling in my chest, like my spirit itself was exhausted. I didn't connect it at first. Most people don't. We blame age, we blame stress, we blame everything, except the small habits we repeat every night. Then one day, almost 40 years ago, my grandmother's words came back to me, clear as day. So I made a simple decision. I stopped eating after sunset. My last bite, around 6 p.m., maybe 7 in summer when the days stretch longer. After that, nothing, just water or a warm cup of tea. And let me tell you something most people don't realize. At night, your body isn't designed to digest. It's designed to repair, to clean, to heal. But if you keep feeding it, you're forcing it to stay awake, doing a job it was never meant to do at that hour. It's like trying to clean your house while you're still cooking dinner in the kitchen. It doesn't work. And within just a few weeks, I noticed something I hadn't felt in years. I woke up lighter, clearer, calmer. It felt like my body finally had time to take care of itself. I haven't gone back since, and I never will. Number 2, I stopped arguing with fools. Now this one is going to hit some of you, because I know exactly how it feels. I wasn't always this calm. Oh no, I used to be a fighter. If someone said something wrong, I had to correct them. If someone was ignorant, I had to educate them. If someone challenged me, I had to win. Didn't matter if it was family, a friend, or a complete stranger. I would argue like my life depended on it. And you know what I got in return? Headaches, sleepless nights, high blood pressure, and not a single changed mind. Not one. Because here's the truth most people don't want to accept. People believe what they want to believe, not what's logical, not what's proven, what they want. And you running around trying to fix everyone's thinking is like trying to empty the ocean with a teaspoon. It's exhausting, it's pointless. And worst of all, so it's slowly draining your life energy. Now, when someone says something foolish, something that used to make my blood boil, I do something very different. I smile, I nod, and I let it go. Not because I'm weak, not because I agree, but because I finally learned something powerful. Peace is more valuable than being right. Every argument you avoid is stress your body doesn't carry. Every fight you walk away from is time you give back to your life. You have to protect your peace like it's money in the bank, because in a way, it is. And I promise you this from someone who has seen how life ends. Every unnecessary argument you let go of adds something back to your years. Number 3, I stopped sitting so much. Now listen carefully. I'm not talking about going to the gym. I've never stepped foot in one. I'm talking about something much simpler and much more dangerous, sitting. Most people don't even think about it. You wake up, you sit to eat, you sit to work, you sit to relax, you sit to watch television. Before you realize it, your whole life is spent sitting down. Let me tell you about my husband. God rest his soul. He was a good man, hardworking, loyal. But in his later years, he got comfortable, too comfortable. He had this recliner, and once he sat in it in the morning, that's where he stayed, watching TV, napping, eating only, getting up when he absolutely had to. I used to tell him, "Come walk with me. Come outside. Just move a little." But he'd say, "I'm tired. I'll do it tomorrow." Tomorrow, that word is dangerous because for him, tomorrow ran out. He was gone at 69, and I sat there thinking, was it fate? Was it just his time? No. Deep down, I knew the truth. His body stopped moving long before his heart stopped beating. So I made a choice, a simple one. I refused to sit my life away. I move, not in big ways, but in small, consistent ways. I walk to the mailbox. I walk around the garden. I stand when I talk on the phone. I do my own chores. Nothing fancy, but constant. Because your body is like a flowing creek. If the water keeps moving, it stays fresh, it stays clean, it stays alive. But if it sits still, it turns dark, heavy, unhealthy. And your body is no different. I don't care if you're 30 or 80. If you're sitting more than you're moving, you're speeding up your own ending. That's not fear talking. That's truth. Number 4. I stopped holding grudges. Now this one nearly destroyed me. I had a sister. Her name was Loretta, my youngest, and I loved her deeply, but she hurt me, not a small hurt, not something you just forget. I'm talking about the kind of pain that sits in your chest and refuses to leave, and for 15 years I carried it, didn't talk to her, didn't look at her, didn't say her name. I told myself I was strong. I told myself she didn't deserve forgiveness. I told myself I was right. But while I was holding on to that pain, guess what she was doing? Living her life, sleeping peacefully, laughing, smiling. And me, I was the one suffering. That grudge. It wasn't hurting her. It was poisoning me. Every time I thought about it, my chest tightened. My mood darkened. My body felt heavy. One day, I looked at myself and realized something terrifying. I was slowly destroying myself over something that had already happened. So I did something that felt impossible. I picked up the phone and I called her. My voice was shaking, but I said it anyway. I forgive you. Silence. Then she started crying. Then I started crying. We didn't argue. We didn't revisit the past. We just let it go. And in that moment, it felt like a weight I'd been carrying for years just disappeared. I felt lighter, free, alive again. You know what science calls it? Stress, cortisol. I call it something simpler, slow death. Because that's what unforgiveness does. It eats your heart, it damages your body, it clouds your mind. So whoever hurt you, listen carefully, let it go. Not for them, for you. Because your body cannot heal what your heart refuses to release. Number 5, I stopped watching the news before bed. The news looks harmless, doesn't it? Just information, just staying updated. That's what I used to think too. Every night I'd sit down, turn on the television, and fill my mind with violence, disasters, anger, people shouting over each other. Then I'd turn it off, lay in bed, and expect peace. But that's not what I got. My mind wouldn't stop racing, scenes replaying, voices echoing, fear quietly sitting in my chest. And sleep, it became restless, heavy, uncomfortable. Because here's something most people don't realize. Your mind doesn't shut off when you sleep. It keeps working, processing, replaying everything you fed it. So if the last thing you give it is fear, anger, chaos, then that's exactly what it works on, all night long. And I finally understood something very simple, but very powerful. What you feed your mind before sleep is just as important as what you feed your body, maybe even more. So I made a change, a strict one. Now, that television goes off by 5 p.m. No exceptions. Instead, I choose peace. I read something calming. I sit quietly. I pray. I watch the sky change colors. I listen to the birds settling down. I let my mind slow down before my body does. And the result, I sleep like a baby, deep, peaceful, complete, 8 hours every single night. Not because I'm lucky, but because I stopped feeding my mind poison right before it needed rest the most. Number 6, I stopped trying to please everybody. Now this one is dangerous because it hides behind something that looks good, being helpful, being kind, being there for others. Sounds beautiful, right? That's exactly why it traps so many people. For most of my life, I was what you call a yes person. Someone needed help, I was there. Family needed money, I was there. Church needed volunteers, I was there. Neighbor wanted to talk for hours, I was there. No matter how tired I was, no matter how drained I felt, I said yes, because I thought that's what a good person does. But slowly, something inside me started changing. I wasn't happy. I wasn't at peace. I was tired, deep in my bones. And worse than that, I started feeling something I didn't want to admit, resentment. Because every time I said yes to someone else, I was quietly saying no to myself, no to my rest, no to my peace, no to my own life. And that kind of living, it doesn't break you all at once. It wears you down slowly, silently, until one day you don't even recognize yourself anymore. So I made a decision, a hard one. I started saying no, not with anger, not with guilt, but with calm and respect. And you know what I discovered? Something that changed everything. The people who truly love you, they understand. And the ones who don't, they were never respecting your boundaries to begin with. They were just used to you being available. You are not here to carry everyone. You are not here to sacrifice yourself completely. Because if you keep giving everything away, eventually there will be nothing left of you. Protect your time, protect your energy, protect your peace, because once those are gone, no one else is going to give them back to you. Number 7, I stopped waiting to live. This one might be the most painful truth of all, because most people don't even realize they're doing it. When I was young, I kept telling myself, I'll be happy when I finish school. I'll be happy when I get married. I'll be happy when the kids grow up. I'll be happy when I retire. Always waiting, waiting for the right time, waiting for life to finally begin. But here's what nobody tells you. Life doesn't wait. While you're planning, while you're postponing, while you're telling yourself one day, life is quietly passing you by. I learned this lesson the hardest way possible. My husband and I, we talked about taking a trip to California for 30 years. 30 years of being next year, when things settle down, when we have more time. And then one day, time ran out. He passed away 3 months before that trip. 3 months. Do you know what that feels like? To finally be ready. But the moment is gone, and it didn't stop there. My best friend, Dot. We had a dream too. We said when we retire, we'll sit on the beach together, watch the waves, and laugh about old times. But she never made it, and that's when it hit me, harder than anything else in my life. There is no perfect time. There is no later guaranteed. There is only now. So I stopped waiting. If I want to say I love you, I say it now. If I want to go somewhere, I go now. If I want to enjoy something, I don't postpone it anymore. Because tomorrow, it's a promise nobody gets. Not me at 92, and not you, no matter how young you think you are. So there it is. 7 things I stopped doing that I believe with all my heart are the reason I'm still here today. I stopped eating late. I stopped arguing with fools. I stopped sitting all day. I stopped holding grudges. I stopped feeding my mind fear at night. I stopped trying to please everyone. And I stopped waiting to live. It's not complicated, but don't confuse simple with easy, because every single day you have to choose. I've watched too many people I loved leave this world too soon, not always because life was unfair, but because they refused to let go of the things that were slowly destroying them. Don't be one of them. You have more control than you think. You have more time than you think, but only if you stop doing the things that are stealing it from you. And if something I said today hit you even a little bit, then don't just sit there thinking about it. Comment below. Which one of these habits are you going to stop starting today? And if this opened your eyes, make sure you like this video because it helps this message reach someone who really needs it. And don't forget to subscribe because sometimes the smallest change can save years of your life. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a quiet porch and that evening sun is calling my name.